everyone. Welcome to the Creatives Tarot, the YouTube channel that helps you supercharge your creativity and pursue your passion. My name is Melissa, and I'm so grateful that you are here today joining us because today is Tarot Tuesday. So we're going to do a collective tarot reading. It is also a new moon in Taurus, and I am really, really excited about this. I do have some Taurus in my chart. I'm also a moon baby. I was born late at night under a full moon, and so I have a special connection and just attachment to lunar magic and lunar rituals. So I want to talk a little bit about how you can use the energy of the new moon to help propel your creativity and your artistic careers and passions forward. So this reading is designed to give us a little bit of insight about what's happening for all of us together. It is a collective reading, so take what resonates with you and discard the rest. You can always book a personalized reading with me on my website, thecreativetarot.com. All right, let's get in. All right, let's get started here. Let's see what comes out for those first cards. So we got one here, one here. Let's see what else comes up. What do we need to release this new moon cycle? Let's see you. Thank you. One last card here. What do we need to manifest? How can we help manifest? Oh, goodness. All right. So here's our spread. Let's turn these cards over and see what we have. Okay, so we've got the Hierophant, the Empress, the Hermit, Four of Pentacles, oops, the Page of Pentacles, and the Star. I'm going to move these up so you can see them all more clearly. Okay. So yeah, look at this. Right under the intention, we have the Hierophant. And the Hierophant card, let me grab it so you can see it a little bit more clearly. Sorry. The Hierophant card here, it's in reverse. And Hierophant, this is the year of the Hierophant, so it makes sense that this would come up in our collective reading. And the Hierophant has a couple of different meanings. I often associate it with seeking knowledge and wisdom, education, learning and growing, self-improvement. For me, that's often what it means. What do we need to know? What do we need to learn in order to ascend, in order to move to the next level, in order to enter heaven? This is all about values and belief systems. And sometimes it can be really conforming if we're leaning too heavily on old or outdated traditions or conventions or conventional norms. It can be restrictive, it can be confining. And so when I see this, especially when it's in reverse, it's asking us to reevaluate or reassess those belief systems. Make sure we're not just doing something because it was something we were told to do or something that we've done historically in the past that may not continue to serve us. So setting an intention around gaining clarity, gaining more perspectives, learning more, improving more, that is going to be really powerful for you this month. Potential. Okay, look at this. This is the Empress. I love getting this card because when I'm doing these creative tarot readings, I'm talking about birthing new projects, new life to projects, new ideas. This is all about femininity, feminine energy. I think about this as nature and nurture, right? Like the environment that we're in is supporting us and it's nature, things are allowing to grow naturally on their own, but with care, right? That's what the mothering is. And you see the connection between woman and mother and earth. There's an earth. She's pregnant with the earth. She's pregnant with the world. She's healing the world and growing the world and nurturing the world. And so when you think about your creative projects and the potential here, I definitely think there's a new project on the horizon for many of us collectively. There's just a new opportunity to birth change, to drive change, to do something different in a way that it hasn't been done before. There's also a time for us to, or potential for us to practice like wellness and self-care, practice loving each other and loving ourselves, right? The what do we think about when we think about nurturing, when we think about mothering someone? It is an expression of love and kindness, right? We just had Mother's Day, and it's expression of love and compassion and tenderness and celebrating pleasure, which is all things that are connected also to Taurus. Taurus is all about pleasure. So make sure you're doing things this month as a collective that you find pleasurable, right? That you're making space for that, that there's a connection between what you find pleasurable and how you spend your time. What are we releasing this month? This Hermit card, right? We're releasing the hermit energy. We're stepping out of our cocoon. We're stepping out of hibernation. And only for some of us, this hibernation went on for over a year. It's time to break free. It's time to reconnect. We had our moment of disengagement, our moment of like just hunkering down and really spending the time with our partners or our children and not engaging as much, but it's time to engage. It's time to step out. It's time to take those things that you've been ruminating on, that you've been developing and sitting on, and those ideas and those projects, the things that you've been nurturing for so long. Like, look at this. She's probably at third trimester, right? She's ready. It's time. It's time to birth those projects. And so that's what I think of with this hermit energy. It's also interesting that all of these are major arcana energy. It's all connected. This is really powerful, strong energy for the collective. And these cards are all really close to each other in terms of the journeys and the energies. And there's some synergy here around how they can support each other. So I do want to acknowledge that in terms of this first stage of what do we do with the new moon energy, there's this energy around creating, around allowing things to be made public, to birth these new projects or ideas and release them into the world and not hide, not protect that like they're ready. You've done the nourishment, you've done the research, you've done the learning, you understand who you are and what you wanted to accomplish with this thing. And now you can start to share that with some people in the world while still being a mother, right? And still protecting it. Let's look at this. The motivation here, what card is this? Oh, the Four of Pentacles. If I can grab it. I have short arms. So our motivation card here is the Four of Pentacles. And this is an interesting card to think about because what's driving us in this next lunar cycle? Well, Taurus is all about, like I said, pleasure. It's a great time to, identify and let go of limiting beliefs around money. And to manifest or set intentions to bring about abundance and material possessions. So not just money, but the things that you want. If there's a book that you want, or if there's a thing that you've wanted to buy or purchase, or if you want to change homes, if you want to redecorate your home, like all of that comes under the Taurus of like what makes you happy, what gives you pleasure. It can also be about relationships and pleasure in other people. This Four of Pentacles here, it speaks to like a hoarding mentality, and I definitely see this for us as a collective, that we are afraid to let go. We're afraid to take risks. We're afraid to spend money because we don't know what's around the corner. 2020 taught us that life can be really crazy. And just when we think we've got a hang on things, like things change. And so it's completely normal that we're a little protective right now and that we're a little cautious right now. That is definitely part of our motivation. We don't want to go out and spend a ton of money or take a ton of big risks, and we're kind of playing it safe. And so just keep that in mind as you think about this month. Like, yes, it's okay to play it safe. And if you're feeling that tendency, it's normal. Everybody is sort of feeling that same vibe. But it shouldn't keep you from taking action. It shouldn't keep you from living your life. It shouldn't keep you from indulging in pleasurable things. And you really need to align that. And also, I think that's what this card is representing, this Page of Pentacles. When this Page of Pentacles comes up, it really reminds me that we need to stop and we need to ground ourselves. Pentacles are all about earth. They're about, again, how we make how we gather material possessions. But this card in particular is really about, is steeped in our values and our beliefs. There's a lot of themes around that with the Hierophant too, but they're steeped in our values and beliefs and steeped in like nature, right? Like just not living off in the clouds, but really like thinking about how can I take action and how does this align? How does this connect to my greater vision and purpose and what I'm hoping to achieve? So as you take actions and make decisions in this next cycle, you want to do things that allow you to ground yourself. I think practicing doing a gratitude journal, doing a creating affirmations to help ground you in your intentions, taking a walk, doing meditations, all of that can help ground you. And that is going to free your mind up then to allow it to be more creative. And then lastly, we have manifest. What are we manifesting? The star. So the star, again, just like this pentacles and just like the hierophant, the star is has a lot of energy around your true north, right? Like guiding you, giving you light. Again, major arcana energy here. There's definitely powerful energy happening this month, and I would encourage you to make sure you keep your eye on that north star, that you follow that north star, you follow your core passions and beliefs, and you don't get distracted by other shiny objects, and don't live in fear. Let's grab our next cards here. So we have a couple of different oracle cards. Oh, actually, let's do the theme cards first. So we had three theme cards come up. We had wellness and self care, we had community, society, environment, and we had career, work, and business. So one of these themes may resonate a little bit more with you, but I wanted to throw these themes out there. And I would say take each of these readings through one of these themes. So for some of you, this is really going to focus on your career, work, or business. And this is talking about your writing or your music or your art career or whatever passion project that you're working on. This is about you making a living doing your passion and your purpose and your art. And so all of those messages apply in that vein. For some of you, it is going to be about broader community and society. So I spent many years working in the nonprofit sector. And for some of you, it may be about politics, it may be about government, it may be about society, it may be about charity and giving back, it may be about the environment. We just had Earth Day, right? And so some of you, your passion and your purpose is also connected to how you show up in the world and making this a better space for future generations. And there is something about giving back. Like maybe you find deep pleasure in how you connect and engage with the community and give back. And I think it's no mistake that that's over this hermit um, here in terms of releasing, like stop hiding, go out into society, go out into your community, whether it's a community that's focused specifically on your passion and purpose and art and creativity, or it's your broader community, like your neighborhood, your city, your town, or your state. And then wellness, health, and self care. I cannot stress this enough. I'm so glad this landed on top of the Page of Pentacles. But wellness and self care is really, really important. It's something that I champion a lot as a Black woman. I want to make sure that all of my other women of color are taking care of themselves physically, mentally, and emotionally and spiritually. So it's not enough to just wish for something. You need to make sure that you're taking action and that you're healing your mind and dealing with some of the trauma and some of the anxiety, some of the really tough emotions that can build up from years of just sort of neglect, abuse, systemic racism and discrimination and bias. All of those things can cause stress on the body and harm on the body. So, for some of you, this grounding is really, really important. This cycle of something that you can come into a better alignment with and make sure you're prioritizing that for the next cycle. Okay, let's look at some oracle cards. We had two different oracle cards come up. Sorry, I used two different oracle decks. So here are the oracle messages. We've got nourish the sacred feminine. This is what I'm talking about. There's a lot of feminine energy, and it's hello right on top of our Empress. So a ton of feminine energy in this reading right now. And when I see this, I also think about like, how do you treat yourself? Maybe this is TMI, and I'm sorry for those who are uncomfortable. But when you are on your cycle, when it's that time of the month, make sure you're not looking at that as a burden or a cross that you have to bear, but do that as think of that as a time to celebrate your womanhood, your celebrate this season that you're in, and do something indulgent. Eat that chocolate, right? Like bake a cake if that's what you get really excited about. If you don't like that, order food out, watch a movie, snuggle up. And Taurus, especially, is all about pleasure and comfort. And because this is out here, I just feel this sense of like, do things that feel good. It is okay to feel good. It is okay to laugh and to love and to enjoy. And we need to make time and space for that. It shouldn't be accidental, it should be intentional. What is your honest truth? So, this is know your truth, right? Really take a hard look at how you're living your life, and does it match up to the vision that you set out with? Does it align with what you said you wanted to accomplish? Where are you falling short? And be honest with yourself, because it's just you. You don't have to share this with anybody else, but be honest with yourself about where you're falling short. And that's going to help you set intentions and manifestations for this lunar cycle. Soul on fire, again, all about passion and purpose. If you don't know what this is, if you feel like you're floundering or you're struggling or you have a bunch of different things that you like, but you can't quite land on one, this is a great time to then say, like, okay, I'm going to take the next 30 days to just explore, to do some different exercises. Finding your own, I think it's Finding Your Own North Star is a book that I used to love for this. There's a couple others. I'll put them down in the description as well. But if you are struggling with finding your purpose, if you feel like you don't know what your passion is yet, that's okay. We've all been there. And it's okay for your passion to change and evolve over time, because that's what humans do. So if you're feeling a disconnect and you're feeling burnout and you're feeling like this thing that you thought you wanted to do isn't lighting your soul on fire right now, take a break and explore something else, learn something new. That's that Hierophant. Hierophant is all about learning, right? And education. Learn something new and allow yourself to let go of this idea or this belief that it has to be this one thing because I said that 5 years ago or 10 years ago. Let's see what other cards we have from the Oracle here. Oh, this is so funny. Okay, so we have luck is on your side, which is the new moon in Sagittarius. So take that risk, take that chance, pursue the thing that you've been wanting to do. Now is a really great time to do that. And the first step to that is articulating what you want, saying it out loud, saying, I want to land this job. I want to sell my book. I want to find an agent. I want to shoot a commercial. I want to start a podcast. I want to start my own business. I want to make $5,000 this month in my business. I want a six-figure business. Like whatever it is that you want, now is the time to say it. Now is the time to put those plans into action. If you can't write those plans down, if you can't say them out loud, if you can't believe truly that you deserve to have that success, you're never going to get there, right? So do that. Take that chance. Luck is on your side, and look at the bigger picture. Now, what I love about this is the full moon in Sagittarius, and this was the new moon in Sagittarius. And so we see all of this symmetry, all of this connection. This is where we start and this is where we're going to end toward by the full moon. We're going to be looking at the bigger picture, not just at these small, tiny tasks that come to us day to day, but where are we in the shape of the bigger picture and the scope of the bigger picture and the life that we were hoping to lead? What have we accomplished? And are we still on that right path? I love this symmetry. I mean, the colors here, the pink is so feminine, the purple is so regal. We have so much major arcana love, like energy in this spread, which is really powerful. And I want you guys to know that there's a lot of energy in the universe supporting you right now and carrying you right now. And you just need to tap into it, right? You need to tap into it. But to do that, you have to set intentions and you have to articulate what it is that you want. And intentions, remember, are not just goals. They're not just, I will do this thing every day for the next 15 days or 30 days. Intentions are about the emotions you want to see, the changes you want to make, being deliberate about how you spend your time and your energy, right? Saying, I intend to find my purpose. I intend to pursue my passion. I intend to be more outspoken. I intend to show up and make a difference in the world. I intend to be more grounded and spend more time with my family. I intend to practice self care, right? That's an intention. So take one of those, whichever one resonates with you, and cling to it. M- m- Meditate over it, manifest it. I'm getting all tongue tied. Use that as your guide. I hope you found this helpful. I know it's a little different to do a longer collective read, but I really thought that this would be helpful for the most people. So take what resonates. If something didn't resonate with you, just ignore it. That message wasn't for you. It was for somebody else who's a subscriber to this channel, and that's okay. You can also check some of the other videos where we have a classic pick a card, or we're using the elements. So they're going to be a little bit more attuned to your personal situation and circumstances. And of course, you can always book me for a one on one reading. I have readings starting at $15, and you can find those readings at thecreativetarot.com. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos, and you can help this channel grow and thrive. I love you all. I wish you the best. I will see you soon.